Happy Chinese New Year or Happy Lunar New Year, whichever you prefer. It's the 29th of January. This is TNT whipping around Thailand, checking some of the main news stories, and we do it thanks to 5-Star Marine at 5starmarinephuket.com. Now, since Saturday, they've had free public transport on some of the BTS lines in Bangkok. The idea being that they're trying to get people out of their cars and onto the public transport. Of course, that's got another side effect. And Calcite English refers to those planning to use the airport rail link from Bangkok to Suvarnabhumi should spare an extra 20 minutes because it's particularly crowded due to the government's 1-week exemption of fare collections in a bid to discourage use of private cars and thus reduce the amount of PM 2.5 micro dust. And the photo taken by Plawit Rojanapruk shortly before 7 p.m. on Monday. But it's not just the airport link. Basically, all the SkyTrain stations and the MRT absolutely packed. People having to wait 3 or 4 trains to get aboard. Just noting a lot of people wearing face masks there. It seems the whole PM 2.5 thing is on people's minds. Happy to report, as we showed yesterday, that the air quality has improved since Monday in and around Bangkok. Mostly because of a change of the weather. Certainly have some quite fresh winds down here in the south. So, let's hope it continues and that maybe that first 2 or 3 weeks of January were an unpleasant anomaly rather than a trend. Anyway, time will tell. We'll keep an eye on the whole air pollution problem as we move through the next few weeks and months. Okay, let's talk scams. And there seems to be a lot of tentacles out to try and solve this scam problem, especially around the border areas of Thailand. And we start here at the Bangkok Post. Thailand toughens punishments for scam enablers. The Thai government endorsed a legal change that will hold banks, phone operators and social media owners responsible for damage from call centre scams if they're found negligent or reckless. And the Cabinet approved this yesterday, and they're going to penalise financial institutions, telecom, social media firms if it's found that financial damages to the public resulted from their failure to comply with anti-scam measures. And the amendment also requires telecom operators and the NBTC to suspend SIM cards suspected to have been used by scammers. As well, it allows authorities to return stolen money to victims without having to wait for cases to be finalised in court. And the law also prohibits digital asset trading through peer-to-peer lending platforms in order to prevent scammers from laundering stolen money into digital money. Thai bank customers lost more than 60 billion baht to online financial scams in the past 2 years alone, an estimated 60 to 70 million baht a day. So that's one tentacle reaching out, making changes to the laws. Now, another part of the problem is Suvarnabhumi Airport specifically, where a lot of these people arrive. Oh, I've got a new job. Oh, how exciting. I'm in Bangkok for this new role on a TV show. They've been lured to Thailand, and it's at Suvarnabhumi Airport that they may get into a car or a passenger van and then starts their trip to hell. So this part of the story covered by the PattayaNews.com. Suvarnabhumi Airport strengthens security to tackle scams and protect tourists. Where are you going? How are you getting there? I think this sort of intervention is very important. And Immigration and the Suvarnabhumi Airport Authority and related agencies convened to implement measures enhancing airport safety and combating call centre scams. And key measures include thorough checks on foreign arrivals to prevent criminal activities and scams. Authorities will also monitor car rental services and tourist travel data, especially for those heading to border areas, with immediate coordination with local police if risks are detected. And so technology upgrades include AI-powered facial recognition, a license plate tracking, integrated CCTV systems, and also the Tourist Help Centre, that's 1155, always a good number to remember, has been enhanced to provide round-the-clock support in 8 languages. The airport's also reorganised passenger pickup areas and mandated registration for individuals holding signage to prevent exploitation. Yeah, those people just waiting outside the arrival area. Hi, Tim Newton, nice to see you. Jump in our van and let's go to the Thai border. And not just the Thai-Myanmar border, let's go to this Khalsod English Facebook post. The Embassy of India in Laos has rescued 67 Indian youth from cyber scam centres in the Golden Triangle Special Economic Zone. The embassy warned Indian nationals about fraudulent job offers in Laos. And further down there, companies involved in call centre scams and cryptocurrency fraud in the Special Economic Zone recruit Indians through agents in Dubai, Bangkok, Singapore and India. They offer attractive packages including high salaries, hotel bookings, air tickets and visa assistance after basic interviews. The victims are illegally transported from Thailand to Laos and held captive in the Special Economic Zone under harsh conditions. And criminal syndicates force them to work under physical and mental torture. I mean, if you got a job in the Golden Triangle Special Economic Zone, you'd really have to think twice. Okay, another tentacle reaching out to try and close down these scam centres. We go to this khalsodenglish.com story. Thailand, China intensify cooperation to combat scam networks. And in a significant move to combat transnational crime, Thai and Chinese authorities met at the Royal Thai Police Headquarters to strengthen their collaboration efforts against call centre scams, focusing on operations in the Miraewadi region of Myanmar. And Chinese authorities have identified 36 major Chinese criminal syndicates involving more than 100,000 individuals. And these groups are primarily responsible for human trafficking and forcing Chinese nationals into scam operations. The investigation into the fraud case involving Chinese actor Wang Xing has become a focal point of the joint operations. And it says authorities have successfully apprehended 20 out of the 30 suspects wanted by Chinese authorities. Let's go to that story. NationThailand.com. China captures scam centre suspect in Wang Xing case with Thai cooperation. And Wang Xing with his head shaved, meeting with Thai police after his rescue. And the joint efforts of the Ministry's task force and the Chinese embassy in Thailand, helped by Thai law enforcement, led to the arrest of a major criminal suspect on Saturday. The Ministry added the suspect was surnamed Yan and returned to China on Saturday. Back to the Khalsod English story, and Thai authorities have implemented the Bridge Bombing Operations strategy, which focuses on disrupting criminal operations by cutting off essential utilities, including communication lines and SIM cards, water supply, electricity and internet access. And the operation particularly targets the Miraewadi region in Myanmar, but also Cambodia and the Golden Triangle areas in Laos. So those tentacles reaching out into all sorts of aspects of these scam gang operations. Interesting that the Chinese and the Thais are meeting and coming up with solutions, but nobody from Myanmar, where most of these problems are currently happening. Now, we often talk, of course, about heading out on a boat onto Phang Bay with 5 Star Marine, our main sponsor. That's 5starmarinephuket.com. But let's talk about a much larger boat that's visiting just off the shores of Pattaya. And according to thepattianews.com, US Navy visit expected to bring 125 million baht to Pattaya. Over 5,000 US Navy personnel are currently in Pattaya. They're expected to generate over 125 million baht in tourism revenue. And the drop-off point was in front of the Hard Rock Hotel, and it was busy as more than 40 buses unloaded the visiting officers, who then set off to explore Pattaya's various attractions. And some US Navy personnel shared their impression with the Pattaya News, saying Pattaya is a great place to relax. Some returning officers also said they were excited about exploring some new destinations. So let's have a look at this boat that they arrived on. Huge aircraft carrier. Let's find out a little bit more about it. And we go to deepseek.com, which has got this information. The USS Carl Vinson is a Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier commissioned in 1982, named after Carl Vinson, a US congressman known as the father of the two-ocean navy. The ship has played key roles in numerous operations, including Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom, and it's just over 1,000 feet, and has a crew of over 5,000 and can carry around 70 aircraft. And we hope that the US Navy personnel have a great time during their visit to Thailand as we head to Bangkok. As we head to the Khao English Facebook page, police raided a commercial building in Nam Wong Wan, Soi 32, Bangkok. They uncovered an illegal cannabis growing operation run by Vietnamese nationals. Authorities found a sophisticated setup with cultivation equipment and climate control systems. A Vietnamese worker identified as Mr. Nguyen admitted to maintaining the farm for 20,000 baht a month. The building owner and workers face charges for unlicensed cannabis cultivation, and that could earn you a 1-year prison sentence and or a 20,000 baht fine. So whilst consumption of this substance currently is decriminalised in Thailand, no new stories to say otherwise at the moment, it looks like the cultivation still requires a bit of paperwork. And with that, hopefully you're a bit more up to date with some of the stories around Thailand, focusing again on those scam networks. The quicker we see them close down, the better. Sure, they'll come up with something new. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. We'd appreciate if you'd support our sponsors, and we'll see you tomorrow.